Hi. What is the most important thing that we're doing? Breathing, probably. We always have another chance to correct mistakes that we make and to change our direction. Without breathing, we're not going to be around that long to consider those things. Breathe with awareness and with a little playfulness, with a sense of understanding. We are all very lucky to be able to breathe in the first place. The air is clean, viable, and that more or less the universe continues on a trajectory for us on Earth in a relatively nice way. I know that many are concerned, as we all should be, about the condition of our world. We use our minds to see and understand, to perceive, to think about, and to prepare for the changes that need occur in a society that is evolving so incredibly quickly in the last several hundred years. It's unfathomable. When you look over the span of life on this planet, 3.5 billion years, the length of the sun's existence. The sun came into being 4.5 billion years ago. The universe began with a big explosion around 14 billion years ago. And in 300 years, we're like coming to grips and understanding all of this. And yes, flying to the moon, talking on a podcast to Finland or Sweden. Thinking about what we are doing is a way to propel oneself to a sense of reverence, spiritualism, being astonished and amazed at what's occurred and going on simultaneously through time, through an immensity of space, to be in awe. These things that we're discussing, finding in oneself. And yes, finding in oneself the warmth of your being, your aliveness, your orangey red glow, finding this. Just to be aware of it. Just to say hello. Just to say hi and thank you. Just to look around and loiter and see if there's anything you can do. If you have a hurt or a sore that you need to investigate and tend to. What is it? What is going on? Looking, helping, fostering, assimilating information that you might seek to improve. What is the most important thing that we can do? Returning to our senses to be aware. I like to put my hands together, so I invite you to do the same. Fingers to fingers, thumbs to thumbs, palms to palms. Any old way. Feeling the warmth, feeling the vitality of the sense of touch, one of your senses. You have all these receptors that are sparking with energy, allowing you to have the sensation of feeling. Yes. We are incredibly complicated creatures. We are full of an endless supply of miracles. One after another after another. In fact, the whole universe is a miracle. And we're here doing what on our wonderful planet? Fighting, abusing, not thinking, not caring, being greedy. For what? For what purpose? For whom? There are no winners in these scenarios. Look at the history of evolution. It is a mischievous route, no question. And there are all kinds of diversions, some to our liking and others not. But it keeps bubbling up, becoming more complex, becoming more social and communicative. The world that we live in is following this pattern. Think of the diversity of creation. If it wasn't wanting to expand and become more, then it wouldn't. Breathing. We were discussing how important it is, how important it can be to be your breath's best friend. That's a tongue twister. Say that 5 times. How important it is to be comfortable and friendly with your breath. To literally be its best friend. Meaning what? That we're good buddies? Meaning that you have made the inquiry, the investigation, spent the time thinking, made the investment of energy into your consideration of and working alongside the art, the process of breathing. This is what I mean. It is much more than just a few words strung together. It is the deepness of it that is important. In fact, everything that we're doing is from this same depth. When we speak of the world, of ourselves, of being miracles, I am, you are, we are bundles of miracles. The words vibrate and shimmer all the way into your heart, all the way to the bottom of your feet and into your soul, feeling sensitively like this is our goal. Our shuddering in ecstasy as you move from one moment to the next, flowing in a glowing astonishment, reverence for all that you see, feel, understand, remember, flowing with every breath. Keep catching a ride with your breath. When you want to come back to the mundane because you're tired, come back to your breathing. Remember your best friend. Just breathe and remember. If your mind is full or complicated, then remember the parts of your breathing. Make divisions in it. All of them will add up. And substitute the places for those things that you're not wanting to consider in these moments. Because now you're thinking about improving oneself. So that's what you're doing. Yes, there are many responsibilities that we all share. In our society today, there's so much going on. Everybody being aware. Being aware with a sense of reverence, amazement at how profound everything is. Allowing your energy to sizzle and your being to shine, knowing you are growing inside, planting seeds of encouragement, confidence, strength, dexterity, flexibility, adaptability, understanding, compassion, empathy, kindness, courtesy, respect, generosity. These are a few. Structure, organization, discipline, patience, learning, curious, honest, allowing, accepting. There are a lot of seeds that you can choose from. One day you may choose this or that. The next day you may choose that or this again. We need to reinforce ourselves. That's why it's so important to return to one's senses. It's not that you don't know somewhere in your mind what's going on in the universe. We do. But you need to bring it to your forefront. You need to bring it to your consciousness. You need to raise it up, baby. That's what we're talking about. Raise it up, baby. Okay? Namaste.